How's everybody doing? That's my little introduction song there. Anyway, if I had time, I'd do something with every video, but I don't got time to do that. But anyway, this is a skull. It's got eyeballs in it. More of a cartoony looking eyeball than a real one. I should have just used a real texture. But you can see this because it's over exaggerated. You know what I mean? So what I did is I got this in the beam without the other stuff in it for the time being because I had to redo it. As you see, if I can find it, I will show you what the previous J-beam was doing and what the new one's doing. So we can look at the new one. So this is the new one, and it's got the top and the bottom. So if we want to make the jaw work, what we'll have to do is take the vertices at the end, like that one, that corner, and connect it to that corner, and do it on the other side. And then in the front, what we have to do is connect like that one to that one. Yeah, that one to that one. I baked some maps for the texture so they look better. Oh, it won't take a screenshot while I'm doing this. That's a bunch of shit. Oh, I guess it will. I spoke too soon. So I'll use purple. Or no, purple's already in there. Let's use blue for the hydros. I think they're blue anyway when you're making things with the when you're looking at the debug mode. I think the hydros are blue. So that node and that node. Why is that so dark? I don't know. So that one, and we'll connect that one to that one. And the way the hydro works is if you steer left, for example, then it will expand that way. If you steer right, it'll expand this way. Now the length this is, say that's one. That is just one length. If we want to open the jaw just a little bit, then we would not want to use the entire length for the amount that it opens it, right? So when you're doing your hydros, when you're looking at them here, where you see the factor 1.0 would be like if you had this thing and you want to expand it, it would do it one time the length. Make sense? 0.5, then it would only expand it that much. 0.25, that much. And so you get this to start with, and then you just add the one that you like 0.25, then that means it'll open the jaw that much. So probably have a 0.5, about half that distance. And both of them opening will make it even. And then of course in the back, where they're connected to that one spot, it'll be able to bend at that point. And then when you retract it back, you probably don't want to go back. Because if you go back, the way the negative of it works, because you can go in negative also, it works exactly the same way, except it cuts it in half, or cuts it in a quarter, or cuts it. So what it'll do is it'll retract, compress rather. What is compress? So like instead of it expanding out like that, it'll basically be like it'll now get shorter, but not that way. I meant to do the other side. Except it'll swivel, you know what I mean. So it'll go that direction. That would be like if you put a negative value, negative factor 2, or something like that. So we'll need to get the nodes that we're going to do that on. And if we look at the thing right now, in here we can press Control N to see our node names. If we get up close to one, you don't really see it any better. They had this obsession with making these letters as small as damn possible. It's damn near impossible to read them. I'm trying to tell what the hell it is. I'm gonna have to import it into the other thing. I can't see that. I mean, yeah, nah. So we'll just import it into our beam editor. Oh, I didn't realize my normals are inside out on my skull. That's alright. My J-beam's inside out. Gotta check, make sure the skull. No, the skull ain't inside out, because I'd see it inside out if it was. It's not. Alright, so show node names. Alright, so we got JAR2 and JAL0. And that'll connect to JAL1. I'm sorry, JAL0 will connect to JAL4. Wait a minute, that ain't right either. I'm sorry, y'all. It's SKL1 to JAL0. It wouldn't do no good to connect the jaw to the jaw. They just break the jaw. You got to have it pushing against something else to open it. So SK1. You know what? I can just pretty easily just do it like this. Trying to explain it. See the JAL0 there? We're going to attach that node to that node, and that node to that node. So that's SKR3, it looks like. Yeah. And I can put this here so we can better see. And this is our little picture that we got to illustrate what we're doing. Of course, I cover up the damn thing. I can't read it now. JAL0. So the first one will be JAL0. And the one up there is, I covered it up too, SKL1. And we'll do factor 0.5. Now the other one, JAR2, to SKR3. .05. Now the next thing you have on here, you got the steering wheel lock degrees, which I don't know how the hell that even, in any way, how that even compares to what we're doing, like as far as the steering wheel, the way that works and the way this works. I don't really understand the lock, how that affects the J-beam in the way that we're using it. The in rate and out rate is how fast it will open or close, or compress or expand. Expand or compress. How quickly will it? You got an in rate and out rate. So like an in rate of 0.1, an out rate of 1. What that'll do? One of them will open fast, and the other way it'll close slow, depending on which way it is. Depending on which way you got your things, depends on which one to which. So we'll save this, and we will see what it does. I gotta fix the reference nodes, folks. This is gonna drive me crazy. See the in rate, out rate? Can you tell the difference? Which one's going quick, which one's going slow? Now, if you want it to open fast, like you want to do some puppeteering where you got your dummies talking, make that faster. If you want it to close faster, then you put a larger number on this one. Or vice versa, depending on which way yours is opening and closing. See what I mean? I didn't want it to go I didn't want it to close too much. See, that's the thing. If you don't want it to close very much, then I'm not sure how to make that not close that much. You know what? What I should have did, now that I think about it, what I should have did is when this thing was exported as J-beam, the skull's J-beam, you undo this one too, so we can see, not that one. So what I should have did is I should have exported this half open, half closed. So if it goes 0.5 that way or 0.5 that way, it'll still be within reasonable. It'll still be the reasonable place, because if it rotates, it'll do like that. It goes from there to there to there. But by starting here, since we started here, what it's doing is going one whole length that way, or I'm sorry, it's going 0.5 that way and 0.5 that way. So if we want it to do 0.5, 0.5, we'll just have to do it like that. That'd be the best thing, I think. So all that means is I just have to re-export this again as a J-beam. Put my 3D cursor back where it was at. I just moved it just so I could pivot that on it. And we'll tell it to set origin 3D cursor, apply all transforms, and export that out again. Now we got to pick up the code that sent it to the mod folder. It sent it to the mod folder. And J-beam exported. JAWL. He already had it open in here. So just asked me, he says, hey, something just updated this. Do you want to update it? Yeah, always do, yeah, if you update it. So those nodes need to move. Technically, all the beams and the triangles should be exactly the same. The only thing that should have changed was just the node locations. But don't always count on that. Sometimes it does change one or two things in there. You'll know it when you see your J-beam if it just looks like jello and just collapses on itself. Then you know you probably need to have done them all. But we'll just see. We'll do these, just these, and see what we get. It may be all right this time. Just don't always depend on that. Oh, I almost forgot. Well, damn, man. If you're going to move the jaw, you got the, that's the J-beam. The jaw is still right there. I have to move that too. Dummy. Yeah. It don't do much good to do one and not the other. I'll put our 3D cursor back. We just moved it. We'll put it back where it goes. All zeros. And then we'll set the origin once again where it's supposed to be. Now we'll export just the jaw, but we got to also export the skull. Unless we're exporting that as a separate DAE, we have to re-export all the stuff going back to the game that's seen. Let's see. The jaw and the top part of the skull. Export DAE. Overwrite the one that's in the game now, and it should update in the game with the new skull location, the jaw location rather. But clearly something is amiss. What is it? Well, I could probably tell you based on that it also redid those beams. So we need to copy them over as well. Yeah, I would just make a habit of copying them over because the one or two times you don't, to be the one or two times it's a problem. I want to move the triangles over too, just to be sure. But if you ever see that behavior inside of the beam with your J-beams, then you got something wrong with your beams. In this case, they were just different numbers. Now, what's wrong now? Well, what's wrong now is it's not connected back there. So we got to connect those together. I know part of the skull's missing. It might be throwing you off. So turn that on. So it looks like JAL9 will connect to SK L6. JAL9. You can just duplicate one of these. To SK16. That's the beam, folks. All the beam is just 2 nodes. Do the other side. So that one is it looks like SKR9 will connect to JAR8. It's connected, but it needs to be connected better, I guess. That ain't gonna. What's the beams doing? I can just hide the models. I can hide them in debug mode, or I could just simply come back to here and just tell it not to draw them. Might be giving me a better idea of what's going on with that. I'm not seeing the. There we go. Oh, one's not connected. Just the one on that side. See it? Oh, it's because I put the wrong JAL11. JA. Wait a minute. Ah, damn it. No. JAL9. JAL9 to SK16. JAL9 to SK16. SKL6. L6. not L9 or 19. It's L. Is it 19 or L9? Shit. See these damn letter L's and ones look almost identical. Almost. It's easy to get them backwards. That is a L. JAL9. And that is a SKL6. JAL9 SKL6. That should fix it. Not a 1. Yeah. Now it's connected, but it's still it's bending way too much for some reason. Now I don't know why. Uh, well, I do know why. Because this is an artwork. It's like, yeah, it takes a while to get good at it, where you know exactly what to put for everything, so it behaves like it should. See, there's nothing to stop it from going too far, even though it shouldn't go that far. I guess it can. That is an awful lot, ain't it? That is an awful lot. Let's lower that number so that it doesn't move as much in the hydros here. We'll just do 0.2. And let me set these reference nodes up, or we're going to be fighting with this damn thing all day, getting it to stand up right. So that's why I do reference nodes, not looking at the front of him, but looking at looking at him from the front side. So when the camera spawns, or he spawns, we'll be looking at his face instead of the back of his head. Now, a car, you'd want it to spawn in the back, of course, because that's where the front is. You want it to be looking the right way, but here I want to look at the dummy. So this node back here, SKR16, will be the reference node. SKR16. Now, what's behind SKR16? Well, looks like SKL4. What's to the left of the reference node? Um, Looks like SKR14. And what is above the reference node? Well, that look like it's going to be SKR12. Well, so the reference nodes are a little off because they're not a perfect box. Like the one for the top of the head was shifted a bit, so it's going to alter the camera. If you want it to be, if you want it to be flat. Oh, here we go. That's fine. But if you want to change the angle, and you do that in a different place, you do that in the camera, external camera. See the offset says Z is -2. If I say minus 1.2, damn thing needs to be over flat ground when I spawn it. Oh, I put up, that's way too high. So it's the other way, I guess. I don't know. That ain't right either. Oh, maybe that was it. No, I had to have been right the first time. Now we should be in the ground. We're in the ground and we spawn below it. That was right. Don't even see it. Yeah, we're below it. Yeah, it's up there. So that's the right one. We just got to get it right. I think it should be 0. Just 0. Distance away. Distance, minimum and maximum distance away. How many meters away? It says 1.5. We'll do the minimum, or 2.5, and the minimum 1.5. Yeah, I think the ground being like that's throwing it off, man. So I see you need flat ground. You really check this. There we go. There's other settings that have to do with the rotation of the camera. See, that's the offset, but you also got rotation. I'm not sure what that is. I forgot what it is, but you can adjust the offset and the rotation too, so you can get it looking at the angle you want it to. But what I could do, now to think about it, if I make the reference node that's for the back lower than the one for the front, then it should spawn looking more upwardly at it. You know what I mean? So like instead of, which one did I use? SKL4? Yeah, so instead of that one, if I use, say, oh man, I should have just done this the right way to begin with. I have to make it one of these here. And then it's going to be offset that way. But it's alright. We'll make it JAL0. Yeah. Let's see, can we get closer? I might have to offset the Y or the X to get closer if this don't work. But it did. Just puts damn too close. Control R reloads it, by the way. And that's where we want to be. Perfect. When we spawn it, that's where we'll be. Now, how to fix that. Now, there's different kinds of beams. You got beams that are for expanding and contracting, but then you got some that are for pressure. There's one that's for anisotropic. I think that's the one that's got to do with the suspension. Uh, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. But I can pull it up real quick. Oh, here's one here. See, this just says pressure. Now, if we want to make our beams different that make up this thing, we want to use different, because this doesn't have the type. It does. It's just. It doesn't say normal. It doesn't say normal, so it's assumed to be normal. But if you use this anywhere else other than hydros to tell it not to be that, then you got to tell all the others what to be. Then that makes sense. So if we replace that with this one and change that to normal, and then is it regular or normal? Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I can't remember. And what we're going to do is go down to the bottom where there's no more beams. There's just emptiness. Right here, we'll paste it. And we're going to name these support. Support beams. Support beams are beams made to help things not bend the wrong way. You open a hood, you don't want it to overly extend out beyond where it should. You use support beams. They break really easy, so they're not good for making things out of, but they're good for just connecting things to place limits on where something can go. Now, the best way to probably do it would be to adjust the long bound and short bound so it'll have the ability to expand to a certain point, but not contract to a certain point. Does that make sense? Like you're limiting it, basically putting a constraint on it so that it can open one way, but not the other. But see, this thing is already started in the middle, so we just basically need to like stop it after a certain amount. So we're going to try I think the way this works is it's the same thing as with the distance in the hydros, but it's a little different. It has to do with the amount the beam stretches. Well, so does the other thing, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's the same thing, but it keeps the beam from bending too much beyond what it should bend. So now we just have to tell it what nodes. So I could try to just do JAL. I could try to just do the same damn beams that were used for the hydros, used for the. You know what? Better yet, let's do it this way. This JAR1 will connect to SKL4, and then we'll connect JAL0 to SKL4. And it'll be support beams. So JAR1 to SK14. And then SK14 to JAL0. That's the amount of spring that it's got, the amount of damping that it's got. I have to make that lighter, probably. Less damping, rather. And the beam deform and beam strength, these aren't going to bend or break. They'll still break even though that says that. But let's see how this does. I can turn the beams on so that we can see the beams, what they look like, the type of beams they are, by hitting Control B until we get to where it says type, bounded, pressured, hydro support. And so we should have support beams in here, but we don't. I don't see no purple beams. Yeah, I don't see them. I may be doing something wrong. There's so many different types of ways to show these damn beams. Long bound, short bound. Oh, that's compression. Beam string. What was that one? Beam spring. I don't know. I just know it ain't working. But it looks like it did work. I just don't see the beam being drawn. Because it's not closing any more than what it's supposed to anymore. Right? I just gotta get it stable now. I don't know why it ain't stable. It shouldn't be moving like that. Well, we can make support beams also with JAR4 to SKR3, and then the same on the other side. That should give it a little more support. So I said that's JAR4 and connect to let's do SKR0. And then on the other side, SKL12 or SKL2. And that'll connect to JAL5. I don't think something's ain't right. Yeah, there's support beam right there. See it? I don't know why it's not showing me the hydro for that jaw. God damn it, I done got that screwed up now somehow. I might have got it damn spelled wrong. That's probably it. I know that's got to be it. You can put a little blue ball here, and anytime you hit F2 in here, it'll take you to that ball. If you got 5 balls, and F2 will take you to all 5 balls. It helps from having to do what I just did. Scrolling through there real quick. It's taking forever to go scroll through it. Just take you right where you need to be. JAR1. I did have it wrong. Now it's correct. I got the one on the other side wrong. God damn, man. How do I do that? I don't know. I didn't even the right damn number. You know what? I don't even know why I don't know what I did. I don't know what I was thinking. That's what we wanted. The only way to keep that thing from shifting like that, you see our support beams, and they're now the purple ones. It's like that ain't even connected. Let me make sure I got that right. That just what seems like the problem. Seems like those two nodes aren't connected. That one's not on the right one. I don't think that one is either. Because they're offset a bit. So it's hard to damn tell which one you're looking at sometimes. What is the spring strength for that? It is very weak. Oh, you dumbass. You got pre-compression damn set to be loose. On all the damn ones, even the jaw, for some reason. Pre-compression is the amount of compression or extraction that the beam is already exerting before anything happens. So if you want to be really tight, you'd make that number lower. If you want it to be really loose, you make it bigger. 1.0 is normal. So less is more tighter and more is more relaxed. Ah, damn, how'd I do that? I don't know, folks. But that's a hell of a lot better now. Still got some play back there, though, for some reason. I don't know why. It's not connected for some reason. I don't know why. God damn. It don't look like it. I've seen some crazy stuff sometimes where things just behave crazy for some crazy ass reason. I don't know. This might be one of them. That fixed it. Damn, you know what that is? That's damping. Not enough damping or too much spring, or not enough deformability, or too low of damping, probably. But you can't go very high on your damping if you don't have much weight. So it's a counter thing. If you got it too heavy, that's a little better. But still, problem is the jaws beams. Probably why I had them relaxed so that they didn't wiggle as much. So here's the jaw stuff. You know what? Why don't I just copy what's down there? Since that seemed to do okay. A little better. Like he got a pop in his jaw. You know how people open their jaw sometimes they may go, you know, maybe that popping sound. I got that popping going on, that jaw. I guess it's better than lockjaw. But that is damn moving. I see it moving. I see that beam moving, or that node moving. It cannot possibly be connected to that, or it wouldn't be moving like that. I mean, it wouldn't. It couldn't. I'm going to type it again. I'm going to put another box up there. Damn it. In case I did do something on the other one, got it somehow screwed up. This will fix that. SKR8. And JAR8. And on this side, JAL9. To SKL6. Boy, I tell you what, that damn fella's jaw's just all screwed up, ain't it? God damn. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I couldn't tell you anymore. But I know I'm going to put an extreme amount on here. See what that does. Extreme amount. That's what it does. It implodes. You can't have too much spring if you don't got enough weight, or you can't have too much damping if you got too much spring, or vice versa. I don't remember shit. I just change a bunch of numbers till something works usually, and that's too much spring. Oh yeah, I put one too many zeros in there. Yeah, I put that into millions. I didn't mean to go that high. That would have been too much. It's more stable. It's still moving. You know what? I think I think because we got the damn thing over expanding. If we just adjust the amount, the factor, it'd be less. And I'm gonna make it. I'll put another number on here. Make it one digit bigger. Get 111 in rate out rate instead of 11. And that didn't make it any quicker. That's probably because there's too much spring, or not enough spring, or too much damping. See, man, it can be something. All this stuff. That steering wheel lock's got to be doing something. I'll put another number on it. Oh, that's how slow the damn thing opens and closes. Alright, so we'll just put that at a damn 1. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with that either then. I don't know what the hell that's got to do with then. Not that I don't. I think it's if there's not enough factor, it don't matter how quick it can open and expand. Because it's still got the beam long bound, short bound. I think that's interfering with it. Oh, damn, man. I don't know. Maybe it needs more spring. Also, too, we're using support beams. Well, we were using them. I don't see them anymore. Oh, well, folks, I'm about damn tired of this damn thing. I'm going to mess with it some more, but I'm going to quit the video. Or I'm going to put my earphone down and I'm not going to talk anymore. That's what I'll do. I'm going to try to figure this out. That ain't what that does. God damn it. Perfect.